On the question of whether or not stocks can be considered part of a usury economy in terms of usury is bad, well, they're made worse by usury because usury makes the variables scatter all over the place, and usury gives it more into the hands of people to create runs on currencies based on speculations on the stock market. So if you want people to buy into your company as a way to get it started or whatever, or as a way just to get more people to conference with things and to bring their expertise, and if you think as a shareholder that you will have influence over companies and that that's interesting to you, or that you can withdraw your share and get leverage, that's all well and good. That's a kind of hierarchy, because how many shares you buy. If you as a business, do you want to open yourself to that hierarchy? Do you need these kind of things? Are you looking for a quick acquisition of wealth for any reason other than that it's a usury economy and that things seem volatile? Because when things tranquilize according to the true standards, then this currency, not only does the currency stabilize, but men's hearts and minds stabilize. And that's with true innovation, true morale. So you get a true economy. So you're on the right track in life. So everything you see points in the direction of getting off usury. If you're talking about would there then still be, if you wanted an affirmative answer on it, whether or not there would still be such a thing as shares. Well, first of all, let's include the fact that investment banks, one of the things they do is give money for people to buy shares, and they look at what other shares that person or company has to see if they've got any collateral that they can take out, that they can take up, if the person loses money on their shares and therefore can't pay back the loan. And of course, with the interest and everything like that, that's the kind of thing. That's why they will be looking at the collateral especially much. Now, is that a legitimate part of an economy? Well, as I say, does the thing become volatile, or especially volatile, or refined according to a strange standard in a non-usury economy? Does a wealth disparity open up when mistakes happen at the top, particularly affecting those at the bottom? You can talk about the welfare safety net, but when you're getting public services cut back, and when you're getting lower wages because of inflation and increased amount of money supplied to inflate the economy, which is actually depreciating the value of money, in lieu with other things, a general depreciation and an estimation of the currency value by all sorts of different factors. It's all ultimately destabilized by usury. It's given into the hands of people who can throw money into an economy. Do you see? And in that, it rebalances inflation, because now everybody's got more money potentially. But that's just a shifting of the goalposts. It's not a shifting of the width between them. What I'm saying is that usury is artificial to the core, and it tends to, as I've said, profligate a false complexity at every sphere of life. And so if we don't want to be falsified philosophically, then let's stop being falsified monetarily, because they are inherently linked. Absolutely. Now, when we do that, we can look at things like shares, but you will see everything will change and it will be stabilized and tranquilized, and that's the difference. And everything will become more accountable, because when people take decisions, they will appear more strange when they start throwing money at this, that and the other without thinking about it. And then politics will not be a contest of allocation of fictional money. A kind of faction preferment politics based on who's going to throw money, fictional money, at whom. But it will become stabilized. Virtue will stabilize. This is what I'm trying to get through to you. Virtue will stabilize. It will be a selection pressure for virtue, because it will enable attribution in the law, in economics. Everything will align and point at what's true. It really all does come down to usury. Usury comes from Judaism. Christianity did not make a strong enough argument against it. But we have the means now, And we have the measure from this philosophy to give up usury, because it is a falsification of authority.